Welcome to another episode of GeekOutdoors.com. So Kingdom, Ashin of the North is a side story slash prequel to Kingdom Season 1 and 2. And it centers around our main character, Ashin, who is going to be a major player in Season 3. And within this story, we really learn more about where she came from, how she became who she is now, and her role in this entire zombie war. Now, if you've not seen Kingdom Season 1 and 2, then I highly recommend that you go watch it first. It's one of the best zombie series, and I would say one of the best series I've seen, period. So definitely go check it out. So getting into the thing that I absolutely love about this episode, and just the series as a whole, are the characters. I'd say that's the best thing about this series. The way in which the characters are written, they are very complex, nuanced, and human. There's simply not a bad versus good. There's a lot of gray area in between. And the way in which these characters are developed, they have motivations towards their actions. And so you understand why they're doing things. And even if they are the quote-unquote bad people, you could relate with them. And that's what I really love about the way the characters are written here. And then another thing that I enjoyed about the character is they're developed. They start at a certain stage and they end up something else, which is exactly what happens to Ashin, because within this episode, you see her as a young village girl, and through all the trauma and horror that she experiences, makes her who she is today, and you understand why she's motivated to do the things that she does. And to go along with great character development is just some superb acting. The entire Kingdom series has just had world-class acting across the board, and within this episode, Ashin, played by Jun Ji-Hyun, does an incredible job. Now, if you're not familiar with who she is, Jun Ji-Hyun is a very popular South Korean actress. She's done everything from movies like My Sassy Girl to TV shows like My Love from the Stars and now to Kingdom. And even the younger version of her, she does an incredible job as well. And whenever you see the acting involved here, you could feel a lot of the emotions that Jun Ji-Hyun or Shin is going through, her mentality, the trauma that she's going through. So it's very believable, and that couldn't have been done without the excellent acting that's involved here throughout. And another thing that this episode has is, of course, the action. Since this is a zombie series, you're definitely going to see a lot of blood and gore, but since it's also a period piece, you're also going to see a lot of weapons, hand-to-hand combat, fires and explosions in this series, and this episode has this as well. And just like the rest of the series, the action is done at a very expert level. Everything is choreographed well. You could see what's going on, and the way in which things are shot is just very interesting overall. So if you do enjoy action, this episode definitely has it, just like the entire series as a whole. And then the final thing that I really enjoyed about this episode is the overall production quality. Just like the entire series as a whole, everything, even though it is a series, it's like watching its own movie. That's how high of a production quality you have here. Everything from the cinematography, the set designs, costume designs, music, everything here is just at a very high quality. And if you're the type of person who enjoys that, especially if you're watching this on a big screen with a great surround sound, then boy, you would not be disappointed, because the quality here is definitely on another level. For fast website hosting and top-notch service and features, check out Siteground, the preferred service news at GeekOutdoors.com. For more information, check out the affiliate link in the description area below. Now, getting into the negatives of this episode, well, spoiler alert, I have no negatives. I absolutely love the Kingdom series, and this episode did not disappoint. And this episode did something that I was really hoping for, and that is explain not only who this Ashin character is, but also explain a lot of why we have this zombie infestation in the first place. And so that answers a lot of questions that I had, but at the same time, it opens a lot of new questions, which I cannot wait to see in Season 3. And so those are my thoughts on Kingdom Ashin of the North. If you've not seen Kingdom Season 1 and 2, I highly recommend you watch it. And I even did an entire review on that as well. I'll leave the description area below. And then after you watch this, all of it's going to come together, and then it's going to get you ready for the following season. So if you actually had any thoughts on this or the entire Kingdom series or other zombie series you enjoyed, be sure to leave down in the comments area below. And if you did want to see more of my international film reviews, I do have an entire playlist. I'll leave that in the description area as well. So as always, if you did get value out of these videos, be sure to share, like, and subscribe. And if you're a creative geek like me, and you want to get exclusive access to more content that I don't put out here publicly on my YouTube channel, then join my Gold Content Creators Group, where you're going to get content like this and more for all the creative geeks out there. And the best part is, all of this is free. Simply head over to the link below, check out my page, and sign up for my Gold Content Creators Group.